Mulan ass bitch. She's like, where the fuck you at? We going to war. Bitch, Mulan went to war. These men aren't even going to war.
Dude, I know Mulan's is such a good story, even though I know they whitewashed it.
Yeah, they know they did. But Andrew went to war.
As they usually do. The whitewashing,
Uh,
you know.
yeah. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Hello, girly pop. Welcome back to another episode of Definitely Delusional. My name is Dean.
And I'm Emily.
So, it's March Madness. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Well, this episode is sponsored by FanDuel. Just kidding, no. FanDuel because we're dueling all these fucking men.
Yeah. If anyone wants to put bets on my love life,
you'll lose. Oh,
pretty much. No, the spread is great. It's a toss-up. It's like a wild college game where you just don't know who the winner is going to be. Like, could be anyone's game, and the payouts are going to be amazing. Even I don't know how this one's going to go.
If I had met a man who was going to pay me out already, I don't think I would still be living in Los Angeles.
Okay, so
in the Maldives.
Okay, so explain to me the scenario in which you would have been paid out. Like, I want to know, like, how did this come to be in your fantasy life?
In my fantasy life, well, the thing is, it's going to take a plot twist 180. Would have not expected me to say this. But, okay, so you know how, like, in March Madness, there's, like, brackets?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know how, like, people have to, like, verse each other in the brackets to get to the middle. But, like, men don't go to war anymore. They, like, they don't fight anymore.
Survival of the fittest is just not there anymore, right?
It's just not there anymore. They just, like, all, like, you should be, like, I don't know, like, out there, like, woodworking, like, chopping down trees or something, like, but half of them are just, like, again, like I said before, like, building their feeds, like, looking pretty.
Okay, so I guess we can start, if we're going to start with the brackets, would you want, like, dueling each other to move forward, would you want, like, a lumberjack, like, brawny man with a flannel who's, like, chopping wood? Or would you want, I'm trying to think of, like, another super manly task. So, like, one that's, like, chopping wood versus, let's see, one that's, like,
Jack of all trades.
yeah, or, like, one that's, like, being a plumber, but is, like, fixing your pipes really well. Like, what would you want? Would you want, like, the rugged outdoorsman, or would you want the man that's, like, under the sink and is, like, twisting the pipes and is fixing it?
Oh, you're far, girl.
Well,
I would want, here's the thing. I think that you need to make men feel a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. So I want to put them all in things that they're not good at. To, like, fight to the death, like the Hunger Games. Because I'm gonna match, like, it's, like, hot, ugly, hot, ugly, hot, ugly. And whoever proceeds, it's, like...
So what would be a fair matchup then to, like, the brawny man? Who could you think of, like, making him do, like, what would be?
Like a tech nerd.
Okay.
San Francisco or something.
Okay. I think that's kind of such a fair matchup because they're so different.
Yeah, they are so different.
What would you want? I mean, if you think about it, like, what does your gut say?
Well, whoever wins. Because I feel like the brackets, like, I have to see also because, like, you know, when you have the brackets, you have to have people rooting for them. So I have to, like, weigh in with my friends and, like, see, like, who are we rooting for? Who are, like, team are we on? And then we just, like, either move their faces or just burn it if they lose.
Wow. That is like Hunger Games. Wow. You really want to...
I'll meet Effie Trinket.
You do want to do fight to the death, babe. Like, you're the capital.
Who's going to volunteer as tribute?
We'll start like a bracket board.
Crickets.
Not everybody all at once.
How about you, girl?
Ooh, so maybe I'd probably have it, like, similar. I can already tell the people that, like, would be out first round because I feel like my dating pool's a little bit, like, I don't know how my dating pool would compare because it's like, what am I going to put, like, guys who have Peter Pan syndrome versus guys that are, like, married and their ex is crazy, quote unquote crazy. Like, nobody wins in that situation, you know?
Yeah.
So you think about, like, the joke of the guy who's in his 30s but lives in Venice and acts like he's 25.
Maybe you have to do it because it's, like, a straight one. It's, like, maybe you have to do it by, like, physicality first.
Physicality, yeah. Because I feel like in the straight world, if you were to look through like laughable like on my dating app and you were to see some of the things that come through, you would be mortified. I do share them sometimes.
Yeah.
They're just bad. Some of these men, I'm just like, oh honey, no, 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 no. Like,
Oh my god.
oh no, 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 no.
You have to do a fight with words first. The first
Some
level of the bracket.
God, some of them do have fighting where some of them have like the most like assaulting prompts about the things that they're looking for. And I'm like, whoa, he's just leading with violence. My God.
I know, wait, yeah, some people don't know how to write. Like, use ChatGPT. We have so many resources at our dispense.
And I guess part of me is like grateful because at least they're saying who they are up front.
Yeah.
And that way I'm like,
It's really true.
like we don't have to go through the process of me sifting through whether or not you're a total douchebag. Like I can usually tell right away based on certain prompts and the way you respond to them, whether or not this is going to be a fit. But I would love to see like if you could take my pool of eligible bachelors in LA versus yours, like how we would do each other's brackets. That would be so funny.
Oh my god, should we do it? Maybe we should. There should be a little project.
That would be
Wait, y'all should
so
do it at home.
so funny. Like do it for your friends
Oh my god.
or like, even like the people. I had a really good girlfriend. She's so funny. She did a year in review of
Oh
all the guys
my god, I should.
she had either dated or she had, relations with, and she would rate them and like say all like little snippets, nothing that was like too revealing, but like she had some really, really funny commentary about the year in review for her. I was dying. I was cackling when she sent it to me. Like some of this is just, it's brilliant.
Oh my god. Wait, we need to do that for each other because sometimes I feel like I need someone else's opinion.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? I was like, I need your opinion on this person. Or are we considering like other people, like not just like eligible bachelors, like exes? No, right?
No,
You're like they're out.
none of my exes get any more free publicity at any point of my life. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. Absolutely not.
Every time you say that, it just makes it so much funnier because you're just like literally talking about, you're like, oh, they're just a publicity stunt.
I can't. I can't. Like,
I'm
what's
done.
the one where it's this, I think it's this girl should be recorded. A guy comes up to her, she says, I don't have spare change. She's like stopped on the street.
Oh my god. Well, I feel like okay. I feel like sometimes men need to spare you. Like I'm like I'd rather a man spare me than like give me spare change. Like give me the leftovers of his crumbles of his like energy and stuff.
So you'd rather him ghost you by sparing you than drag you along.
Well,
Is that what you mean by sparing? Like, what do you mean by sparing?
like yeah, like spare me the heartbreak is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Wait, why isn't it? Wait. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I wasn't recording earlier.
it was.
Oh no, it wasn't. Like, cause you see no like wire things. We're just having some technical stuff.
Oh,
Cause if you look at the waves, the low waveforms on mine, it was like low.
oh,
Cause I hear the pop and I'm like, ooh. But anyway,
wow. Look at you, technical.
yeah.
Technical.
It's also cause girl, I'm lazy. Again, I have no spare time. So I'm like, I can't be editing too much. But anyway, the reason why we're talking about this is obviously it's March. It's March Madness, and these men have us mad as hell. Anyway,
See, I feel like for me, it takes so much effort to be mad. I'm just so disengaged. Like, I feel like Meredith Marks on Real Housewives of Salt Lake. She's like, I'm disengaging. I'm disengaging. Or she's like, I could not give a fuck less. I was like, I think I want to be mad so badly,
mhm.
but I know if I get mad, then they're just going to get the best of me. And it's like, you know what? Woosah. Fuck it. Like, I'm going to watch my television in peace. I'm not gonna stew over this, even though I know it was affecting me pretty heavily, a couple weeks ago. But now I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. Come see, come saw.
Well,
It's fine.
yeah. I mean, me acting like I didn't just crash out.
It's okay, man. Everything's crashing in the sky these days. You're allowed.
Oh my god. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The airlines are all crashing except Spirit.
Well, yeah, because you fly the plane and don't you? You have some aviation experience. That's probably why they're not crashing.
The Spirit Airlines?
Yeah. Didn't you say you had aviation experience? And when you're on that flight, like they nickel and dime you for everything. I'm surprised they don't ask you to fly the plane.
Well, I feel like sometimes it's always like the budget airlines, like they're not really like people are scared to fly them because of like all like, the news. So now there's like even less people. So there's like less like chance for an accident, I fear. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, a part of me is always a little nervous to fly. I always will be. Not like I will be nervous. I'm a little more unsettled than I used to be to fly. But it's like, honestly, if I'm supposed to go somewhere, I'm gonna have to get on that plane. And it's just what it is. I can't control the weather. I can't control aircrafts, you know.
Hmm.
I try to think about the things I can control, and if I think about that, I'm gonna spiral out on the floor.
Well, that's the bad thing about like because I like know so much about aviation. Every time I hear like a sound, I'm like, no, no, no.
You know too much. You know too much.
I like know too much, and like I've known what these sounds like are like according to like what I've studied, and like this could be malfunctioning, that could be malfunctioning, and I'm like, give me a fucking beta blocker or some shit.
Remind me not to sit next to you on the plane because the second you start getting nervous, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna turn into that woman on Bridesmaids with the colonial woman on the wing and like falling apart. Oh my god, that will be me. The second I see you panic on a plane, forget it. I'm out. Eject button. Like I cannot. Like, do not put me on the emergency aircraft doors. I will open them mid-flight. Like, get me out of here. Nope.
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't get anxiety though. I like just literally take a melatonin, Xanax, something.
Do you sleep on planes? Are you a good sleeper? Or...
No, but I have to
Mm,
take a drug or something to like
mm,
knock out. You know?
yeah. Well, some of the flights you take back home are long. They're what, like 5, 6 hours? That's a long time.
Yeah, that's why every time I go home, it's like kind of really stressful for me. I'm like,
Take a red eye. That's what I do.
I always take red eyes though.
Have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way.
Which is the only way.
In my opinion, it's the only way to get back to
It's
this house.
I can't do like a layover.
Yeah, I don't.
I've been laid over by men too long. I can't do it.
Oh my god, babe.
Not our brain's literally broken. My brain is like broken right now because I'm like, ugh, I just can't. I feel like my brain has departed and landed too many times right now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Connections. You're missing connections. Like you're having layovers.
Yeah. At this point, it's not even a meet cute. It's a meet ugly because what the fuck? Like I can't do it anymore.
No, it's okay.
But speaking of which, I wanted to bring up March Madness on like put the brackets on like the men, but also like because like all of you were asking, and like I like oftentimes like make videos about like friendships and like what makes a friendship basically like not normal, like what's not normal in like a healthy friendship. And so I wanted to like kind of do it for friends too.
Ooh, I love that. So like, are we saying friendship bracket in terms of like the number one thing that's a disqualifying out of friendship?
Yeah.
Like the thing. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to think of things that like really bother me in a friendship. Okay. So I guess like at the bottom tier for me, or like moving up the ladder, things that get like really annoying is like the friend that constantly cancels on you last minute. Like the one where it's just, and I get it. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, I don't want to do this.
I used to be that friend.
The one that like consistently cancels on you last minute. And then like that friend maybe can be paired like the inverse problem, or the friend who knows that you're really busy and is like constantly like encroaching on your boundaries. You're like, listen, I really need like I need this night to study. And they're but no, 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 no. I need you, I need you, I need you. So you have like one end of the spectrum of someone who's like insanely needy, and then you have the other end of the spectrum of someone who's insanely avoidant and treats you like an option.
Yeah,
I think those are an equal pair.
yeah, that is because I actually, it's funny enough, like that's why I spent these like almost 2 years like saying yes and never flaking and like always showing up because I used to be that person that would like flake all the time because I was not okay with myself, like mentally. Like I was just like, I couldn't muster up like the courage or like shit to go out. Like my anxiety was preventing me. I was just like, ugh, I don't want to do anything. Like I was very depressed, I think, you know? But I agree with that part. Like the double end, like the end of the like two ends of the spectrum, like they can figure it out.
Yeah. Would you rather have a friend who's very needy, or would you rather have a friend who's a little more flaky and avoidant?
I would rather have a friend who is a little bit more flaky and avoidant because you could always find people who are good to you, are good for you. But then like when you have a friend that's like too needy, you become what you surround yourself with sometimes. You know, especially if I'm going through a hard time and imagine getting dumped even more stuff on. Which I mean, I always allow my friends to like vent to me, but then sometimes like when it's a little bit much, I do like say, hey, it's like a lot right now. It's like a little bit triggering. So like let's like take a beat. But then like it's what happens after that
Hmm.
that like will really like base my decision. I think it's like 'cause if you tell them that and then they're like still kind of like trying to, like dump everything onto you and like be even more needy when you said like, hey, I need like some space because I'm not okay right now, then that's like a boundary crossing, which
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I that one's hard for me. I still don't know. I genuinely don't know how I would go on that one. Because at least the needy person wants to be around you. Like they want, you in their life. Where it seems like the person who's a little bit more avoidant is a little bit like, uh,
but there are people in between who still want you in their life.
yeah. So that one's hard for me. So even I would struggle with who would go forward on that one. Do you have one you can think of?
Yeah, I have some that like people I feel like it may seem I feel like it's more so like the gays. Or I don't know, maybe it's like also
Let it rip, babe.
but actually no, it can apply. It can apply for you. Either I think it's like when you there's like those friends in one category that like you can't like bring them around anyone else because they are opportunist. Or not even a friend. I wouldn't even call them a friend, but like that person that like when you bring them around someone, either they're gonna take your man, take your girl, or they're gonna be immediately like hopped on to the next person.
The one upper.
Yeah, the one upper, the one that like always has to be, I guess, the one that is like best friends with whoever's the best in the room.
Ooh, yeah, the one upper. Like whether they're one upping you with the things that they do, or they make you feel like you're unimportant. Yeah. Okay. So what do you think is an amicable or an equal opponent? Not amicable, but an equal opponent to that, like the inverse.
The friend that will never stand up for you.
Ooh. Or the friend that constantly drags you down. Like the one that's trying to one up you and the one that's like constantly just like,
Jealous of you.
well, I feel like that kind of is one and the same too. Cause yeah. Or like the friend that's like the one that's always trying to value you, or the friend that's like constantly needing you for validation for their like self-confidence. The one that's like, why am I so ugly? Why does everybody like, and then they're just like emotionally like, I feel like those could, or like you said, the one that,
I feel like it's all self-awareness, I guess. It's like I feel like it depends on my mental state, right? But it also depends on like how they're delivering it. Because I feel like sometimes if people like came to me like and not in a very like, oh my God, I feel so ugly. And so they truly came to me like they were like, oh my God, I'm really feeling like ugliness. And I would have been like, like the reason why you're feeling all of this stuff is because you're telling yourself that. So like I would
yeah.
talk them down.
Or they're like that all the time though. That's what I'm saying. The person that's like that all the time and the one that's trying to one up you. Cause I feel like both are so,
I'm a Sagittarius, baby. I would not give you the validation if I don't. I'm just kidding.
oh my God. Okay. Let's think of another one. How about the friend who, um, so the friend who's chronically late, like the friend that does not respect, you at least let me know. You're like, hey, I'm gonna be late. I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. But like,
People don't
what's
respond.
the invert? Oh yeah, the friend who's chronically late, or the friend who does not respond at all until the very last minute.
Yeah, I'm like,
Which one's worse?
I honestly think because I let people know, at least they have an idea to either be like, "Okay, we're leaving," and I'm like, "Okay, great, I'll meet you there." Right?
Yeah,
Because, like, you have options, but then it's like versus the other one, it's like, "Girl, I'm here wondering."
unpredictable.
And, yeah, unpredictability, and because I grew up in a household of chaos, that, like, makes me very annoyed, and, like, the unpredictability of it all, but also it's, like, the consideration.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, like, I don't like to share my location with anybody.
You don't even share it with me.
Sure.
You don't share it with a soul.
I don't share my location with no one because I don't believe that people like, I don't know. I get it though. It's like for safety, but like safety is like night out. I'll like share until end of day max. But I will never have like an indefinitely sharing with someone because I just don't like the fact that maybe it's a Sagittarius in me, but like someone knows like where I am all the time. Like, I don't know. It's like I want to be able to like disappear.
Yeah, I feel that I will turn it off sometimes, but I do have people that follow my location because it is kind of nice. I do love seeing where all my little Sims are and seeing what they're doing. I think it's cute. It's just a way for me to like know where my friends are. I don't. For me, it's comforting.
I think for me, it's because I was burned in the past before because of it. It's like people would like show up to parties like and be like, "Oh, you didn't invite."
That's so weird. People would show up to parties and ask why you didn't invite them.
Yeah, it was like I had some weird toxic friendships in the past.
When was this? Was this
Yeah,
college?
college.
Oh my, well, that
Well,
was
college. Yeah.
college.
Um,
Ooh.
and I guess sometimes it would be funny. Like I was like in a PD and we were like on a yacht, and my friend was like, "Are you okay? Your location's in the middle of the ocean." And I was like, "Oh, girl, I'm fine. I'm fine."
That is so fun. Actually, I would laugh about that if someone checked in. They're like, "Why are you in the middle of the ocean?" Be like, "Girl, I'm on a yacht.
I'm snorkeling. You're snorkeling
I'm
for champagne.
freaking snorkeling. I'm snorkeling right now for bottles of Dom Perignon. I'm freaking. I'm scuba diving, boo."
Girl, I don't even know how to scuba dive.
Same. I don't have any of those certifications. I want to. I think it'd be super cool. I think part of me would kind of freak out being underwater like that. I don't know. I think I might panic.
I mean, nothing. Well, I mean, I've allowed men to suffocate me emotionally. I don't think water can do that much.
Oh my god. Oh,
Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I feel like I've suffered so much through like what people have put me through that I'm like really like environmental things, physical things. I'm like, because whoever said sticks and stones they break my bones, but words may never hurt me is a fucking a liar.
Oh my god. Have you been through the ringer lately?
I'm always through the ringer. I'm wrung dry. Like I would need to go on tumble dry, no heat, because I'm so ringed.
Oh, babe. Oh my god. Poor baby.
You're like witnessing a full mental breakdown.
It's fine. We're gonna stay calm. Someone has to be the lighthouse in the storm, but might as well be me. My beacon on for you.
The lighthouse. I only see red. I'm like red. Red light. Where's the red light? The song by Tiesto.
I love that song, so we're hearing it all the
I
time.
love it. I miss it though. Like what happened to music from then?
It's debatably that was the best time of music. Not even debatably, like without fail.
Yeah.
My one of my really good friends said, "Wouldn't it be great if we just created like a nightclub and it was only like 2010, 2009, 2010 to like 2017 music?" All
I
the
feel like there's theme nights.
I would love that. I would love to go. That'd be
Yeah.
great.
That would be great.
Ooh, okay. So, ooh, I have one. How about the friend who is sober and makes you feel bad about your choices, or the friend that gets so insanely messed up when you're out that like they become a liability? Which one's worse? The guilt tripping or having to like take care of someone who can't take care of themselves consistently? That's
I will say the liability.
the liability. That's
Because
worse.
that's worse because I don't wanna be number 1, like, because I know, like, I don't always, like, get inebriated, but, like, in the past when I didn't know, like, my tolerance, like, once or twice, and I'm like, I would never wanna put someone in a situation where they're compromised, and they'll
Absolutely.
be responsible for that. Like, I don't want it's like and then, like, they have them, like, not remember, and then have me, like, wondering where they are or, like, worrying for their safety, like, it would just give me a panic attack, versus I feel like the other person judging me for drinking, I'm like, they're just kind of, like, projecting, and I'm like, I know how to, like, mentally, like, rewire it to not blame because it's like, I just wanna, like, have a sippy sip sometimes, but it's like, it's not your life, so it's like, it's more so it's like as long as I'm not judging you, like, you shouldn't be judging me, and, like, I wouldn't even probably even have that friend because if you were judging me like that, you wouldn't be in my circle.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm trying to think of like there's so many good examples and there's like processing in my brain right now.
I feel like there's okay, so, I'm trying to think of, hmm. Ooh, well, I guess it was the same thing as, like, the one from earlier, but not the, late one, but, like, friends who I guess it could also be with men too, it, like, ties in both.
Mhm.
Would you rather have someone who's, like, always too busy, basically meaning, like, they're not interested in you, friend-wise or guy-wise? Or would you have someone who is, like, so clingy to you?
See, maybe that's where my avoidant personality comes in. I am usually the one that's always so busy because I'm usually so busy. I would rather have someone who's like as busy and then we see each other versus someone who's like, I want every single second of your time. I freak out. Oh my God, I freak out. I
I'm a
can't.
Sagittarius, I can't like, the community thing gets to me a little bit because I feel like you need to have some of your self-independence, like, I don't want anyone to lose themselves in me, but I also don't wanna lose myself in anyone else either.
That's how I am. That's how I am. Like relationships are. Relationships for me are so hard because it's like I love my independence and it's really hard for me to be like, okay, now you have to check in with somebody at all times and you have to like be aware of all of their needs and their wants and it's really hard because I'm just maybe I'm selfish or maybe I'm
No,
not really self-aware.
I think again, like I said, self-awareness is a scam for that reason too, because I think it's like it's one of those things where when you're self-aware, you can understand. But then like I don't think you're selfish. I think you just know how to draw your boundaries. And a lot of people don't know how to draw those boundaries. And then they take like you not making like or like you being busy all the time personally. But I will say there is a line though, in terms of like, yes, you can be busy, but you also have to fit me into your schedule.
Yeah.
But I feel like you do.
Absolutely. I
You get
always fit you into my schedule.
It's like you could be busy, but as long as you're actively like fitting people into your schedule that you care about and stuff, that's fine to be busy. It's what I'm talking about is like when someone's like, "Oh, I'm too busy," and then they'll never set something. They'll never like. It's like if you really cared about something, really think about it. If you really cared for something, you would make time for it no matter what. Like you make time for the gym, you make time for yada yada whatever. Um, and so it's like if they cannot fit you into their life, then they're not for you.
Exactly.
Friend wise, guy wise.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like I don't know. A lot of these emotions are being brought up because it's March Madness, and like also I saw yesterday it was Venus retrograde.
Ooh, that's hard. That's a hard one. Yeah, it's Venus retrograde until April.
I heard somewhere where it's like y'all thought Mercury in retrograde was bad. Venus in retrograde is worse.
Oof.
It was like exes, toxic relationships, rejections, coming, change, a miss, changing aesthetic, changing. There's too much. It's so I'm chaotic, and because I'm a Sag, and like my first 5 houses are in Sagittarius.
Oof.
I'm chaotic, but like that's a lot of chaotic,
That's a lot, babe.
and I'm like,
Take it slow. Retrograde periods, just take it slow. You have all the information in front of you.
you know, it's how I decipher it.
Yeah.
I'm like relationship dyslexic because I can't read. Like it's just I misread a lot of shit sometimes. When I'm like in a bad headspace, I read everything like things into like oblivion.
Oh, yeah. I misread situations all the time. All the time. Misread them.
Yeah,
Like,
like situationship. Oh my god, I'm so busy. Like me thinking normalizing a 2 week. Oh, I'm too busy to make any time. Oh,
oof. At
oh,
least put it on the schedule. Like,
but doesn't want to. Oh,
yeah. Oops.
but yeah, that's the thing. Oh, sometimes I'm like, damn, I really wish. That's why I like started making videos too on my thing because I'm like, sometimes I gotta hear myself because I do see my own advice. What the fuck?
I know, babe. You got to play yourself back to you. Play yourself back to you on tape, on loop. Listen to yourself.
Like I feel like I'm just a park and the gays are having a field day.
They're having a picnic.
They're just having a fucking run through. They're on the swing. They're on everything. They playing me like a fucking Gone with the Wind, baby.
Oh, it's like, it'll get better. It always does. But that's like being part of the game. Like play on player. You can do the same.
Girl, I want the game to be over. I want the Game Boy to be shut down.
Equal opportunity player. That's why I can't be mad at men for doing what they do. It's like, okay, play on player. Like,
Life
all
is
right,
like
all right.
life is a Tamagotchi, and I am the Tamagotchi, and I've killed myself like 20
You
times.
forgot to feed yourself
Nah, like
too many times.
I don't know how to take care of that little bitch. Like
Well, it does require a lot of intensive labor, so I don't blame you for not knowing how to take care of it, 'cause I would probably let it die as well.
no, but that's me. Metaphor for my life. What?
It's okay, babe.
No, maybe I just need a trip.
I think trips are good for the soul.
I need a trip. We need to make a trip.
Okay.
We need to go to a trip to Yacht City, and we need to make a trip to Disappointment Island. The fact that those places actually exist.
Fly first class, babe. I have
I will be swimming.
reward points.
I will be swimming there.
I'm a preferred customer to Yap City and just Whitman Island.
Well,
Like when you get off the White Lotus and they already know who you are. Like, I'm
he
said,
should have been casted on the White Lotus.
oh, we would have been so good. I wonder what cast we would have, like what roles we would have been.
Imagine if Jennifer Coolidge, like, if I was on set with her and she was like, the gays, they're always trying to kill me. They'll get, like, or murder me. The gays are trying to murder me. I'd be like, yeah, and?
I feel like
Okay.
that every single time I go out with you guys. Every single freaking time. I'm like, oh, I must have 9 lives at this point.
You do.
I do. The amount of circuit parties I've been to,
Oh, I actually don't really like
insane.
parties. I don't go to
Insane. I'm like,
circuit parties. I just can't do it. It's too, I think it's because of my claustrophobia.
what the lot?
You know me, I get like very claustrophobic. Like that's why I don't wear any watches or like rings and stuff because it just like makes me feel like
Too much.
I'm like closeted. Not closeted, but like
Well, you're not closeted, that's for damn sure.
uh, I mean, I just like feel like,
Yeah, you feel constricted.
yeah, constricted.
I used to feel that way about turtlenecks. I used to have a really weird thing when I was younger about anything around my neck. They don't bother me as much.
Now you let men choke you.
Okay, first of all, let the record state today in self-defense class, I learned how to get out of the choke. And I tell you what,
Should have went.
that's the snap of that wrist. If some man thinks they're gonna come up and try to choke me, I'm gonna turn that wrist and punch him in the head.
I thought you were gonna say snap his neck.
Well, yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I'm convinced I'm at this point in my life, I just have so much anger built up inside of me. And I just know that, like, no matter what, like, I have to be the vigilante in my own life. I have to be the swift hand of justice that makes sure that in any situation, I am Kill Bill because I'm going to make it out alive. Or if I am to die, I'm going to make it so goddamn inconvenient for my attacker. They're going to be like, this bitch is from hell. Like, I will make it so that, like, you are unrecognizable. Like, I have so much vengeance and hatred and spite in my body. Oh, I'm not gonna be an easy target.
Exactly. And also, like, because you're a woman, I'm a gay, like, we have to be, like, self-defensive.
Oh,
It's giving, like, it's giving true life March Madness.
truthfully.
You are the true March Madness.
Like, wha. I got my nails and we start poking eyeballs. Like,
Fucking, I'm gonna fucking burn some stage and call fucking Jackie Chan my fucking,
exactly. You gotta
all my
call your elders.
call my fucking elders.
You have, like, Mulan.
Mulan ass bitch. She's like, where the
I'll-
fuck you at? We going to war. Bitch, Mulan went to war. These men aren't even going to war.
Dude, I know Mulan's is such a good story, even though I know they whitewashed it.
Yeah,
Most
they know they did, but
But
Anger went to war.
as they usually do. The whitewashing,
Uh,
you know.
eh,
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yeah. I will say we had the best Lunar New Year. That was so insanely fun.
Oh my god, yes. They just sent me I don't have it with me, but they sent me a bottle of the Don Julio
Yeah.
tequila bottle, and I tagged them and they were like, enjoy. And then I was like, I can't enjoy it because it's so pretty. I can't drink out of it. And then they just sent me a laughing emoji.
I love that. That was such a fun event. And I was so happy to see, Lunar New Year and the culture. Because when I really think about like white culture,
You like it's boring.
I'm like, what do we have? Like mayonnaise and colonialism and racism and like all the worst things. That's why we age like terribly. It's our sin for all the shitty things we do to other people.
The Mayflower.
Yeah, the Mayflower,
Christopher.
like smallpox, like genocide. It's being white is like not, no offense, it's not great.
Well, I mean, like,
It's kind of shameful. I'm not gonna lie. At least you get money at Lunar New Year. There's people dancing. There's good alcohol involved. I got
you even got some money.
some money.
I'm framing it though.
Oh, I ain't framing that money.
Because, okay, they give us a $2 bill. Do you know how fucking rare $2 bills are actually? Like,
I don't know how rare they're, but I assume that they're rare because that was a very rare event. So yes.
yeah. I mean, hey, our friend went with us, so he usually doesn't show out.
I mean, we had a really good time.
I mean, because he's always busy, but
Yeah, he's busy.
he loves Don Julio.
I love Don Julio. Shoot. I love Don Julio.
You have little bottles of it over there.
I do.
They were giving those gifts out in like at the Oscars, those little bottles.
No, oh well, should have went. Next year, let's manifest we go to the Oscars. Let's manifest.
I've already been, but like it's because I did. Well, it's because I interned for them like way back.
Wait, what? How was it?
Well, I interned on the 90th when Member of Stars Born came out that year.
Yeah.
That was there.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing movie. Her and Bradley Cooper.
But now I want to go back. Like I want to be invited back. I don't want to work.
Yeah. I don't know. I would love to be a part of it in any way, shape, or form because it's right up the street.
I'll just take you out. Well, I'll take you to the more like other events next year because I had more, but you were out of town too.
Yes, I was celebrating the Caucasian holiday of Mardi Gras.
Yeah. And I think it's just like honestly, especially because you live here, it's fine because like when I used to live in Hollywood, it was easier. But now like the thought of like Sunday, people were telling me to go to like after parties, and like during Oscar Sunday, they were like, go to after parties, go to.
Getting down here is a nightmare. I mean, you cannot get downtown in Hollywood. It's not
I
possible.
was just like being around all of this, like it should be so overwhelming. Like the Ubers would be surging, and also like, did you hear there was an earthquake too?
I heard. I was shooketh right in.
I was literally shaking.
Oh my God.
It was in the valley.
Did it wake you up or were you up
I
around?
was already up, but it wasn't even that like late.
It was what, midnight?
No, like I think a little bit before. But here's the thing: for my running joke was that like when Cynthia Erivo was like, ah, she like shook the whole earth.
Okay, that opening scene, I cried the whole montage of LA into Somewhere Over the Rainbow, into The Wiz home, into Defying Gravity. I fell apart. And like all like I forget how much I love the city, and I know I love the city, but watching it from my childhood home with my parents and then going through what we went through this year and then living here where I'm a mile from the Dolby Theater, it's just this like amazing full circle moment. It's like all these beautiful dreams that I had came true, and I just started crying.
Oh my God.
I still cry. I will cry watching it every single time. Like it does something to me. And also watching Ariana Grande look at Cynthia Erivo,
I was gonna say
that
that.
I hope we always look at that way to each other,
Yeah.
no matter what we do.
That's how I support my friends. Like, if I don't look at my friends like that, like, they're not the people I should be surrounding myself with. I truly believe that because I look at my friends like they are gold. They deserve everything good in this world. And that's all I allow into my life, except these recent men. Um,
Well, they're not your friends, babe. They're not your friends.
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they're just men.
There's men.
They're just men. Um, but yeah, honestly, that was like, ugh, the whole entire honestly, this year they have like really high ratings since like the past 5 years. So
Yeah. I definitely wanna make it a point going forward when nomination season happens, I wanna see all the nominees. So that way
well,
I
you could have just came with me. I had like so many free passes.
oh my god, I really wanna see the winner, like the one that won Best Picture. I think it's Anora. I wanna see that one. And, um, there's other ones. I heard, the what's the Bob Dylan one?
There's
The Complete
Conclave.
Unknown.
I watched that one, and Timmy like was on the panel. Remember?
Yeah.
Conclave. There was what's the other one? It was Esther Esther something. I don't know.
Oh, Nora was one.
Honora was one, and then there was like another one. I forgot the name of like the actual
Yeah.
um
Of course, Wicked. Absolutely Wicked.
yeah. But okay, here's my thing. I think Wicked didn't win that much because there's a part two, and when the
Yes.
part two is released, they're gonna get everything.
Yes. Yes. I think someone said that that's what happened with like Lord of the Rings. Like Lord of the Rings, which is debatably one of the best franchises that has ever been produced. It did not win until the last one, and then it just like swept for everything.
Well, I think it's because people are like, I want to see how everything plays out.
Oh my god. I showed my parents and we watched it that night, and my mom was just she loved it. Both my parents loved it. My dad loved it too. And just like little nuances, and the more you watch it, the more you pick up on so many hidden gems and the way that they make these characters come to life. It's brilliant. Their character acting is flawless. It's so flawless.
And that's what like I feel like I moved to LA too. Like I was like, oh, maybe I want to act and stuff. And it's like maybe I'll do that in the future, but it's like it's always like it's like one of those pipe dreams, right? You know, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like you may fall into it.
Yeah.
And I hope that the universe will make me fall into a movie one day. I'm like, I am a
Love that. That would be so
I'll
cool.
be like, yeah, it'd be fun.
I love documentaries. If
I
that's
love that.
that's probably one of my favorite types of movies. I love learning about things. I would love to be part of a documentary.
We should make a documentary.
Like a Blair Witch Project or
No, I mean, but I've like done it. I like did documentaries in college,
I
like
love
for
that.
projects and stuff. So
That'd be so cool. Do you think if you were to star in any movie, documentary probably would be the one? I think for sure for me. Like that's one I could easily because then I'm me.
oh yeah, no, the documentary was about me.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna make it a documentary about your life. Okay.
No, not just me though. Like, but I'm saying the ones I've worked with, worked on, were like one of them was like a because there's many like perspectives of the documentary you could do, like the self documentary or like because I did a self because it was the easiest. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking make people sign talent forms and shivs for a class.
Oh my god, you make them like sign up their own NDAs that you curate.
Yeah, but it did win like an award, I think, like the Burbank or whatever.
Whoa, babe, that's
That
huge.
was like so long. I used to be in my filmmaking era, and like I think like I kind of went off the rails when I like started working full time. Um, after graduating, but like yeah, like I
Because
feel
you were in the industry.
I
You were.
I mean, I still am kind of. I mean, I still am. I'm gonna say I still am
You are.
because I'm like I'm still connected, but it's like I worked in the industry for like almost 8 years,
Thing that
8 9 years, and I'm like only 27.
would you want to get back into the industry if you could?
Yeah, I do miss it some days. I'm like, oh my god, I do really miss it a lot. But my problem is, you know what? I forgot to add something to the brackets
At it.
because I just remember something. I'm like, the problem is like in the industry, you know who has been getting me fucked up? I just realized this is all coming together right now live. to you guys. I am I'm like I always end up liking people who work with a camera.
Oh.
The most recent one you know of. And then this guy, when I interned at the Oscars, he also worked with a camera. I hope he's not listening to this, whatever.
There's a lot of men that work with cameras in this
But then I'm like,
nondescript.
and this other one, it's just like,
You have a type? Cameraman?
I don't know.
Actors?
But I just realized like my biggest heartbreaks, or not heartbreaks, I'm not gonna, that's exaggerating. My biggest like heart wrenches, like, ugh, were like from those men.
Wow. Okay, we're making progress. We're breaking through.
Yeah, but then now I'm like seeking. Oh, Rachel, I'm just kidding. Oh, now,
Oh my
now I'm seeking another cameraman, I guess.
Oh my god, you do have a type. We've finally figured it out.
No, but I can't. I don't think I should. Oh God,
Well,
I have so many potentials. But then now I think I just need to like really hone it back. Maybe I'm a self. I'm like Virgin Mary. I'm re-virginized.
you could do that. I mean, don't waste your potential.
I mean, March Madness, a lot can happen in 31 days.
Yeah. 31 days, a lot can happen.
A lot can
There can be toss-ups, there could be upsets, there could be people on the roster you thought were going to be like MVP and then they're just knocked out the first round.
So how are we gonna rebuild your roster?
Baby, that's such a good question. I feel
Debrief.
debrief. We have to debrief. I think the more I try to push it, the less authentic it is. Just let it flop. And if the roster was just like a small moment in time, that's fine. It was kind of fun. It was really fun. But like, it is what it is. Like I always land on my feet. I'm not too fussed about it. You know?
That's true. I always land on my face, but
Well, I can't land on my face. I put too much money in it.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
I put too much money in my face. Can't land on it flat. Will land on my feet.
These men have me landing on my face. Like I have fallen and I can't get up.
Life alert.
Huh?
Life alert.
I need one on I need one right now. Like every time I'm like panic attack.
I made a joke to one of my friends this past weekend. Like, imagine like having that acorn stair lift that like gets you laterally up the stairs because like you just like, you either can't walk up the stairs or you're like so fucked up like you have to go the stairs, and how like if you couldn't get out you'd just be stuck there and you'd just be stuck going like up and down the stairs all day.
That would be kind of fun though.
It's an intrusive thought for sure.
That's exercise. You're moving up and down.
Yeah,
You're elevating and going against gravity.
like
Is that elliptical?
elliptical.
That's like lifting and elliptical. Yeah, it's like up and down.
Zero gravity lifting.
It's good for the joints.
It is. No one's
Good for the joints. What else do we want to talk about today regarding March Madness? Because honestly, this month goes by like a lickety split. Because it's always like January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, and October.
Yeah, I feel like if really it goes well, January felt like the never ending month, just with everything going on here in LA. Like it felt like
Yeah. Oh my God.
the longest week of my life, yet the shortest week of my life. Like it was an inception for sure. And then February, well, because it is shorter, it is deceiving.
Yeah.
So like you only get 28 days, and then that difference of 2 to 3 days, big difference.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And then March, like what is it? March 5th? What day is it? March 5th?
Yeah.
We're moving. We're moving. So
I mean, listen. Yeah, I feel like, but then I'm gonna blink and it's gonna be like,
true.
And I forgot that my mother was gonna be in town next week.
No, mama.
Oh, well, I don't even know. I don't even know where she's gonna be though. I think because she's getting prepared to go on her cruise.
Okay, but are you gonna see her?
Maybe.
You need to see your mother.
Well, I'm gonna have to drive down. I'm gonna drive down to Long Beach.
Oh yeah, it's not that far, babe.
It's not that far.
It-
It isn't.
No.
But then I'm also like, Mom, you need to rethink your cruise date because I think it's raining all next week.
Well, I mean, if she pulls away from it and she's on the ocean, if it doesn't matter. Does it matter?
I don't know how many days she's gonna be here, but it'd be nice to see her. I missed her.
You need to see her. At least go for lunch or brunch or something.
I'm not definitely. I know if I see my mother, I'm gonna stay over or like somewhere wherever she's staying, or I'll like book a hotel.
You need to go to dinner or at least.
Maybe I should like rent a nice car. I should probably rent a nice car and go pick her up because I don't want to pick her up in like nasty ass Toyota Camry.
Doesn't she know the car you drive?
Yeah, she does, but I want to like make her feel like I don't know. I'm a good son.
You are a good son.
Like, I mean, some people wouldn't think so. Like, but I think that I don't know.
So, yeah, the last time my parents came in town, we went out to that Christmas event, and I missed picking them up at Burbank Airport because I was recovering, and my parents called me. They're like, "It's not like you to not answer your phone." I was like, "Dude, guys, well, but I was very much passed out, like, dead asleep." And I, like, woke up, so I set my alarm early, and I was like, "Oh, like, I'm still not well." Because we drank a lot that night, like,
It was free.
it was fun. It was really fun. But, and then I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god," and I just remember being like, "What time is it? What day is it?" And it was a close call. But my poor parents had to Uber from Burbank, where I'm supposed to be the good daughter and pick them up, and I was bad.
It's okay. They could experience a Dean drive once in a while from the valley.
Yeah. Well, it's not that far. I mean, Burbank's not that far.
Burbank's only 10 minutes from me.
Really?
So can you imagine me down to here?
Not that bad.
It's really, well, it's not bad without traffic. But with traffic, that's why I'm like, maybe I'll just like hop onto the gym after this or whatever, because I'm like, it'll take me longer to get home if I like go into traffic now.
Yeah.
Because traffic until like 7:30, it's like,
Oof.
especially because it's kind of raining, I think.
Yeah, it's
Still.
been rainy. It's been super rainy lately, but that's good. We need it.
No. But I think we need to go on a date soon, like you and I.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, also the funny thing is that like, not you and I both also having a roster at the same time.
Yeah.
And then getting rid of it too at the same time.
Bing.
Bing, bop, boom.
Boop, boop. I tell you what, friendship dates are always way more fun than actual real dates. I will die on that hill.
That's so true.
Because you can just be yourself and you can just like have fun and you can laugh and you're not worried about like, what if I say something? What if something's in my teeth? I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Like, I had like friendship dates, so you could fucking like shove like 20 hot dogs from Costco down your throat.
Love that.
Like, and like be like, whatever.
Don't threaten me with a good time, Dean. Wow.
Oh my God, no, Costco is literally so good. Like, I told you that one time where a kid like taught me like the wildest thing, right? From Costco. I saw him get like, like Costco goes like those huge cookies now.
Mm-hmm.
He got 2 of them and he got the ice cream, the sundae thing, and put it in between and he,
Yeah. Ice cream cookie sandwich? Babe,
I was like,
that's like living in 2025.
you living in 2045. I was like, damn, this kid is like 7.
He figured it out. He figured it out.
Yeah. I mean, because of my body issues, I was like, I can't touch that.
Oh, I'll go.
Also now what?
Oh my God, don't.
I'm kidding. I'm being crazy. But yeah. Oh, this month, I hope I don't go mad.
You'll be fine. Well, if you do, it's March Madness. 'Tis the season. You're allowed.
Like, for this one time for March Madness, can I find like, is there a basketball player who wants to like, I don't know, swish me, like throw me, like
Swish, swish.
swish, like make a perfect throw me on a fucking, I don't know, something.
Do a layup on you.
A 3-pointer. Put in bed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I love you. Oh my God.
Because it's always the madness. It's never the, the tall, the right shots, the score, the home run. It's never the score. I see. I don't even know my sports. I said home run.
Home run. Well, that's baseball, but that's okay. We'll work on it. We'll work on our sports analogies.
Yeah, I don't even know. See, like that's the thing. I'm like, I don't even know what ball is what.
I can teach you.
Oh.
I can teach you a thing or two. I like sports.
Hmm.
I like sports.
We're on ball and chain at. I'm not talking about BDSM, but I'm talking about you.
Right here.
You won't see us together out, because if you see us out together, be worried. I better be worried. Just kidding. Don't be worried. But you're feeling kind of like down under the weather.
Yeah, I'm still recovering. I know last week I was sick. This week I'm still sick. It's just
Thank God.
that never ending feeling yucky.
Not me saying thank God. I'm like, thank God, because I'm like, I need a break from socializing.
Thank God.
Honestly, I
still
thought,
do. I know. I'm ready. I'm just ready to be chill, to be honest.
I was like, oh, I was like, thank God. Emily's kind of comatose, because I don't know if I can be social for. I need to like disappear.
It's been a week of ill, and I'm like,
I know.
is it ever gonna get better?
No, this is not the Trevor Project.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm like, it does not get better right now.
Well, on that note, I need to go take some NyQuil. Jeez.
Well, I'm gonna be taken for granted. I'm gonna go get taken for granted.
Well, you're gonna go take it for granted. I'm gonna go take some NyQuil.
Anyway, thanks for listening to this unhinged madness March Madness episode. My name is Dean.
And I'm Emily.
And you can find us on Instagram. I'm gonna link it down in the bio. Definitely Delusional. Send us a voicemail if you want questions. And you can find me on Instagram and Emily on Instagram as well. We will see you in
A week.
a week. And hopefully it's not April because I can't do math in my brain right now. But if it is April, we've been fooled. So we won't be fooling. Mwah! Bye.
Bye.